Today I'm going to talk about withstanding the fire. How many of you must have faced some difficult situations in your life? Some difficult situations where you're not able to move forward, not able to take a U-turn, you're not able to go backward, you're just stuck over there in that difficult situation. How many of you have faced Hyderabad's traffic? How many of you have faced Hyderabad traffic in rain? Right? Recently, when all the kids have come over from Vizag, we all planned to go to a restaurant in the evening, and we started off early because we have taken a reservation to the table, and we started off by 7. We started, and as we started, and we have taken a different route that day, and as we entered into a certain route, and there was a traffic jam. We were not able to go forward, we were not able to go backward, we couldn't even take a U-turn, nor we can even open the door to get out. We were stuck in that situation. And in that situation, few of them were like, okay, let's give up, let's go home, we are going to skip the entire dinner. And few were like, no, we'll stay for a little more time, let's push through. What kind of a situation are you in today? Did you face such kind of situation where you want to push through, or you were not able to decide, you want to leave it and come out? That fire, that stuck situation, that difficult situation. How do you react under pressure? How do you react under the pressure is what we are going to talk to today. So when you are under pressure, are you leaving your values? Are you leaving your character? Are you leaving your beliefs? Are you leaving your principles under pressure? Just because you think that people are going to mock you, they're going to judge you, or they're going to laugh at you? Are you leaving those principles, that faith in the times of trouble, in times of your difficult situation? Today, I'm going to encourage you, and I'm going to give you hope that do not let go of what you believe in. Do not let go of what faith you're carrying today, because God is there with you in that present situation, in that bottleneck where you have to move forward. Do not go back. Do not worry, because God is there with you. Today you might be in a difficult situation. Probably you're fighting really bad. You're fighting every day. To move forward. But I'm going to tell you today, I'm going to encourage you today that God is already there with you in that situation. In the book of Daniel, we all know the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? We do know what happened that day. We know that they were forced to do something that is against their will, against their principles, against their values. But did they bow down to the king? No. Did they bow down to the will of the king? No. Did they break their faith? No. What did they do? They were pushed into the fire. And when they were pushed into the fire, did they burn? Did they lose something? And when the king saw that there was already a fourth person in the fire, what does that mean? We always worry that, is God listening to me? Does God even know that I need help? Does God even understand that I'm praying to Him? Does God even listen to me? But today I'm going to tell you, you need not worry, because God is already there in that fire with you. He is already there behind you. Even in that doubt, when you're doubting that even does God even listen to me? He's already holding your hand. He's already protecting you. He's already preserving you from that trouble, from that breakdown, from that difficult situation. He's going to push you through. You need to believe in that. Tell it to your neighbor today. Tap your neighbor and say, God is there with you. If you're in that fire today, wondering if God is going to help you, so what do you need to tell yourself? God is already there with you. People around you might be eager to see you fail. People around you, like the king, might want to see you burn in that hell. They want to see you lose. They want to see you lose that respect. They want you to lose that faith. They want you to lose that job. They want you to see you break down. They don't want you to see you grow in that business. But remember this, that God is already there with you. God is not going to let you down. God is not going to let you down ever and ever. That is the promise that He has made us. That is the promise that He has given us. Isaiah 43:1 says, do not fear, for I have redeemed you. I have summoned you by name. You are mine. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. God is there with you in the fire. So do not think that God is somewhere else sitting, listening to your prayer and protecting you. God is already there with you in that difficult situation. When you're fighting through that temptation, God is already there with you. When you're fighting through that breakup, God is already there with you. When you're fighting through that sickness, God is already there with you. When you're fighting through that financial trouble, God is already there with you. When you're fighting through that loss in your business, God is already there with you. When you're fighting for your family, God is already there with you. Believe that God is already there with you. You're not going to be left alone. God is already there with you in the fire. He is there with you in that situation. He is going to be there with you always and always and always. Remember that. Amen? And you will not be burned. You will not be burned. That is the protection, that is the promise that God has given us today. But that situation, we think that, when you're in the fire, you think that you might be there because of you have done something wrong. It might not be so. When you're in the fire, it doesn't mean that you're wrong. It might also mean that you're doing something right. It also means that you're doing something right for you, yourself, and also your family. When you're in that fire, when God is protecting you, when God is pulling you out of that place, doesn't mean that He's only going to protect you. It might be that He's burning down your old habits. It might be that He's burning down your old bondages, old thoughts, old beliefs, old limitations. He might be burning out all those things so that you can come out brand new, much more stronger, much more powerful than before. Believe in that God is always there to protect you. And not only you're going to come out with flying colors, not only you're going to come out with a stronger position, God is promising you one more thing. On the other side, you will also be receiving a promotion. He is going to promote you on the other side of the fire. Where does this say? Daniel chapter 3 verse 29. Let's see verse 28 and 29. Then Nebuchadnezzar said, "Praise be to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who has sent his angel and rescued his servants. They trusted in him and defied the king's command and were willing to give up their lives rather than serve or worship any god except their own God. Therefore, I decree that people of any nation or language who say anything against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be cut into pieces and their house be turned into piles of rubble. For no other God can save in this way." 30th verse says, Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the province of Babylon. What did he do? He not only said that I'm going to protect against those enemies, he is not only going to stop those people who are talking against you, he is not only going to destroy who is planning against you, he is not only going to stop everything which is harming you, but also he is going to promote you once you're out of that fire. Once you're out of that fire, be ready to get that promotion. Be ready to accept that promotion, because God is there with you in the fire. God is there with you outside the fire. He is around you, and He will always and always be with you. Today, I want you to remember that you're not alone in the fire, in that difficult situation. Remember the promise, receive the protection, and be ready for the promotion. Amen.